Hello everybody, today we are making every single quality 4 item in the Binding of Isaac based on if they are a free win to, just mediocre to have in your run. Little add-on. Now, I have to mention, every single quality 4 item is, of course, a quality 4 item for a reason. That's why there is no D tier. C tier more represents, it's going to be there for your run. You may not use it all the time, and that's it. Any questions or comments, corrections, leave down in the comments down below. And let's get straight into it. This is in alphabetical order, so thank you tier maker. Starting off with 2020, I'm gonna have to give it an S tier. It gives you, so essentially you shoot double the tiers. There we go. At a 0.75 damage multiplier. So your tiers, if you have like a 3.5 base damage, will go down to like a 2.7 damage, I believe it is. But it's definitely a good trade off. Your DPS overall is significantly higher, so an easy S tier for 2020. Synergizes well with a whole bunch of items too. Abyss. This is one of the C tier items that I was talking about. Abyss itself is not a horrible item, and we'll get into Void later. It's kind of in the same boat, where you're going to start off with it, so that's already nice to have. It provides value out of every single item you come across. That's why it's a quality 4 item, because all of these items are good regardless of other items you have on your run. That's debatable with these two, but yeah, all these items are good for your run if you find them. So just pick them up. Abyss is Abyss actually got updated in Repentance Plus. So whatever item you choose to Abyss, it'll affect the Abyssal Fly to do whatever that effect is. So say for some reason you abyssed an Ipecac. I don't know, that's just the first thing I think about. Your fly that you get from it will do poison damage and I think even an explosion. Or if you abyss, say, what's another item that synergizes well with it? I think if you abyss, well, I can't think of any other item besides Ipecac. Okay, if you abyss a Doctor Fetus or an Epic Fetus, I'm pretty sure it also explodes. But that kind of just shows you how much people in the community, in the Isaac community, use Abyss. He doesn't get very much love. So, poor Abyss. We're going to have to go with Binge Eater next. Now, me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Binge Eater. Some people will say Binge Eater is a free win, which I can somewhat agree with you on that. So, what Binge Eater does, it gives you the like a Tainted Isaac effect between the item you were gonna get, or a health up that also gives you a bunch of other stat ups. So you can either choose the item you're gonna get, or you can choose a health upgrade, and you could possibly get a damage tier, so range, or shot speed or luck upgrade. So I would say that's a free win because every item you come across is gonna be a health up. I'm gonna have to put in an A tier. Personally, I don't think it's a free win, because the way I play personally, I choose to minimize my health for maximum damage output, maximum DPS, if you would. More of a glass cannon style of play. But other characters, other Isaac players might perfectly synergize well with a binge eater style of run, say Magdalene or an Eden run, or if you're going for an Eden streak, then it is essentially free win. It's not. Okay. I'm gonna keep it an A tier. Leave it down in the comments below. Would you put it in an A tier or an S tier or the free win tier? I'm having trouble deciding. I'm gonna keep it in A tier for now. Brimstone, easy free win item, gives you an infinite laser beam that ticks for 9 times your damage every single time you hit it. So it does your damage 9 times onto the enemy that it's hitting. Absolutely amazing. Synergizes amazingly with Ipecac, um, Neptunus with the ice as well. I believe it's Neptunus. And what other things does it synergize well? It synergizes with Haemolacria as well. And you can also get Homing and Mom's Knife. Perfect synergy item. Perfect free win item. It allows you to get Leviathan Process as well. Just an amazing item overall. Here is another highly debated item that some people are not going to like me for this. I think Cricket Head is not a free win. Do I put it in S tier? I think I might put it in. I I give it very top of A tier. I don't think Cricket's Head is a complete S tier item. What Cricket's Head does is it gives you a 1.5 damage multiplier. That's it. It's super, super good. Anytime you run, that's why it's a quality 4 item. Always pick it up no matter what, essentially, unless you find maybe a brimstone or these other circumstantial items. But, yeah, Cricket's Head. It's very nice. Good damage multiplier. That's kind of all it does. Honestly, that's why I'm going to put it in A tier. Because, well, okay, here's what I'm saying 2020 is better than Cricket's Head. This gives you double the tiers. What Cricket's Head does is just give you essentially a little less than double your damage. Which, cool, if you have like a base stat run, like you have 3 DPS and you just got Cricket's Head, you will have like a 5.2 damage run or whatever after that. But then that's kind of it. You will need to find more damage ups along the way. Whereas if you have a 2020, all your items are going to synchronize with that. Say you get a brimstone later on, or you get a I don't know, another item, say twisted pairs. That synchronizes as well with 2020. It just doesn't synchronize well, except for other damage ups, which is cool and all. So you would have to get another damage up. It can't just solely exist on its own. Kind of my opinion right there, but yeah. Next up, we have Crown of Light. Crown of Light is a little special item. Definitely goes probably below Cricket's Head for now. And what Crown of Light does is it gives you into this state, I guess a holy mantle state, you can kind of call it, where your tears themselves do 6 times their base damage and are in a little diamond form. But if you get hit during that room, you will lose that effect. And yeah, I think honestly, Crown of Light might be better than Cricket's Head. Wow, I'm gonna get like burned alive for that one. But in your Crown of Light form, you get 6 times your damage on your tiers. And yeah, that's just cool. Just don't get hit, nerd. On to C-Section. C-Section is an easy, free win item. What C-Section does, it gives you homing, and it gives you little guys that just go around the room and demolish and murder everything. Synergizes amazingly with Mom's Knife. You can get little Mom Knives babies. You can get knockout drops on your babies, and it'll push enemies around and everything. You get Epic Hack, and they blow things up. Hemolacria blows things up. If you get the Godhead, the little C-Sections will have a Godhead aura of themselves. Whole bunch of cool stuff. You get a Dr. Fetus item. What I'm trying to get at here is this is the perfect synchronized item. Also synchronizes Brimstone, by the way. What I'm trying to get at is C-Section is the perfect item if you don't have, I don't know, say a Brimstone run. Like you have a whole bunch of other of these cool items, like a Godhead or a Hamelacra, that might just not synergize well with a Brimstone. But as soon as you get a C-Section, all your synergies will come together. And everything one of those effects will be applied to the C-Section baby. Alright, on to Death Certificate. Death Certificate, by nature, has to be the top of the free win items. It just allows you to go into the home, upstairs, what have you, and it allows you to pick out whatever item you want in the entire game. Yes, the entire game. It takes a whole lot to get. You have to get all the achievements, basically. You don't have to get all the achievements. You have to complete all the characters and all the tainted characters to unlock Death Certificate. So it definitely is a grind, but it's the most free win of free win items because you can choose any item that you want. Pretty basic. A D Infinity is going to have to go definitely into an S tier. What D Infinity does, it allows you, probably top of S tier? Yeah, top of S tier. D Infinity allows you to have any dice in the game that you want. You could have a D6, a D20, D4, D1, etc., etc., and you can use it anytime you want, basically. Well, for the charges that you have. It's just basically a pocket D6 that can do whatever else dice effect you need, like a D20 in the chest, in the secret room. Amazing rig. We have Dr. Fetus here. Probably going to give Dr. Fetus a B tier. B tier sounds nice to me, because what Dr. Fetus does, it makes your tiers turn into bombs. Like just the little bombs you place down, those are your tiers now. It can damage you, so get like a Pyromaniac or a Host Hat to prevent you from getting bomb damage. But definitely a B tier. Free secret rooms on every single floor. Free crawl spaces on every single floor. I think that does move it into an A tier. Yeah, yeah, that sounds more right. Because yeah, like I said, it is free secret rooms, free crawl spaces. Now you have an epic fetus. Probably gonna give an epic fetus a bit lower, just a B tier, maybe bottom A tier. No, epic fetus gets in a B tier. What epic fetus does is, like Dr. Fetus, it turns your tears into bombs, but these are actually missiles that come down from the sky. The one side effect with epic fetus and why it's lower than Dr. Fetus, wow, these names are getting confusing, is the time it takes to deploy the tears. I believe it is 2 seconds from start to hitting the enemy when your tears deploy. Maybe it's 1 second. I believe it's 1 second, not 2 seconds. But during that 1 second, you're completely helpless. There's no one there to save you, and if an enemy does get close, you're gonna have to get the measurement perfectly right to whereas you don't hit yourself and you hit the enemy. A little bit more difficult task management. It still is deserving of a quality 4 item. Don't get me wrong, but it's not A tier worthy of the quality 4s. Yeah, we have Flip now. Flip is probably another one of those B tier items. I guess you could think about it as like a D6, or if it's more of a Soul of Isaac. It's definitely more of a Soul of Isaac, where yeah, you get your item. There's a mirrored version, and if you pop the flip, you can get the mirrored item. So, say there was a holy mantle on the pedestal, and in the mirrored version, there was the incubus. If you pick up the holy mantle and you flip, you can get the incubus. Cool. Definitely probably B tier. It's kind of just a Soul of Isaac that you can reuse. That's my opinion. Glitch Crown, probably the best of the free win items. If you're gonna get a death certificate, you're either gonna get a Glitched Crown or a Rock Bottom. That's just how it is. Speaking of which, Rock Bottom is not on the quality 4s. Thank you, Edmund, for some reason. I get that. I get why he did that though. Rock Bottom's definitely a quality 3 item because all of these items, regardless of where you get them on your stage, can benefit your run. Can and only benefit your run. Rock Bottom theoretically could do absolutely nothing for your run. We all know in practice that's not completely relevant because there's a whole bunch of synergies and setups, multipliers, what have you, that you could get with Rock Bottom. Me personally, I think it does deserve an S tier and the free win. So if Rock Bottom was here, it would go in the free win. Regardless, talking about Glitch Crown. Glitch Crown allows you to get 5 cycles worth of items. So imagine a Soul of Isaac, but you get 5 items to choose from. They did nerf it a little bit, but if you're just good at the game, you just pick up the item. What the nerf did was you can no longer do the pause trick, where you pause the frame and then you can jump into the item that you want. That's easy. So now you just have to actually run up to the item and pick it up. Yeah, cool. Still a free win item. Awesome. Godhead. Probably going to have to say an S tier for Godhead. Godhead gives you homing, first of all, and then a Godhead aura around your tears that do significantly more damage. I think it is 2 or 3 times your tears damage for an enemy being inside the tier Godhead aura. Wow. Hemolacria, probably an S tier item as well. What it does, it spawns this giant tier that does, if I read correctly, 33%, like 33% more of your base damage, and then it spawns little gobbledygook tiers that do between 50% and 80% of your damage. So, cool stuff. Good for synergies as well. Holy Mantle, I think it does deserve a free win. Holy Mantle is essentially a free win. Perhaps not on a character like The Lost, where that's your only source of hit points, but I do believe Holy Mantle deserves a free win, especially with all the other characters in the game. Definitely deserves a free win. Holy Mantle just allows you to get hit once per room, and without taking any heart damage. Cool beans. Incubus, essentially, we have 2020 at home, except for you don't have that 0.75 damage multiplier. Still going to give it an S tier, because it's basically just we have 2020 at home. Epic Hack. Gonna have to give Epic Hack definitely. Definitely better. Is it? Is it? It's not S tier worthy. Probably top. No, below Crown of Light. Below Crown of Light. What it does is it gets your damage and then adds 40 onto it. So now you have 43.5 damage, whatever, if it was a base. And your tiers are now explodey. Same consequences as the Epic or Dr. Fetus. You can explode yourself real easily, but you do get free secret rooms, free crawl spaces for the rest of the run. That's it for Epic Hack. Now we have a Magic Mushroom. Magic Mushroom heals you fully and gives you a whole bunch of stat ups and stat multipliers. I believe it is 1.5 damage multiplier, and the rest of the stats are just a. I think it is just a base stat up for the rest of them. Correct me down in the comments if that is wrong. Gonna give it probably top of bottom of S or top of A. Probably bottom S tier. Yeah, bottom of S tier sounds right. Now we have Mega Maw. I forgot what this is all called. It's a C tier. It gives you a Mega Brim for I believe about 5 rooms, about 5 or 6 rooms, and that's really cool, but not very useful. Sorry, don't even know your name. We have Mega Mush here. Good synergy with Rock Bottom, of course. Uh, Free win item? Potentially. Thinking about it, kind of is a free win item. No one ever uses Mega Mush very much, because if you do get the opportunity to get Mega Mush, you're just gonna re-roll it to try to get a Rock Bottom. But yeah, maybe A tier then. It's very situational, Mega Mushroom. It does make you invincible, stomp all around the room, makes you giant, all that stuff. Kill all the enemies. Very cool. It does deserve an S tier for that. I don't know if it deserves an S tier for that. But it's very situational, like I said. Situational as in, like, you haven't completed the floor already, and you don't want to re-roll it in the secret room, or you can't re-roll it. Probably an A tier, my personal opinion. Above breakfast, sure. Mom's knife. What Mom's knife does is when you're holding it as a melee weapon, does your damage times 2, and then when you toss it as the throwing knife, it does your damage times 6. Very cool free win item. Everyone knows Mom's knife. Probably better than Brimstone. Honestly, it's just instantly free win. You can demolish any single boss at base damage in a matter of seconds. Even bosses with boss armor like Hush or Mega Satan Phase 2, whatever. So, yeah, free win. Most free win item out of all of these, arguably. Polyphemus. What Polyphemus does is gives you a 1.5 damage multiplier at the cost of significantly reducing your tier rate and only giving you one single eye to shoot from. So, say you have a 20. Ooh, how does that work with 2020? I actually don't know how that synchronizes with 2020. I think it still gives you 2 of the Polyphemus tiers. But, yeah. S tier? Top of S tier? No. Better than Hamelacre, most definitely. Better than Godhead, arguably. Better than 2020, kinda. I don't know where this goes actually. Let's see. Probably better. Worse than Godhead, better than Halo. There we go. There's Polyphemus. Sci-Fly is the ultimate defense item in this game. It blocks incoming tiers and whatever else is thrown at you. And that's W. When the entire game, when Isaac is essentially a roguelike bullet hell, and enemies are shooting tiers and objects at you, Sci-Fly is going to be there to protect you. Top of S tier for defense. Not free win. I've gotten hit with Sci-Fly. Sorry, but that's also just my bad. Top of S here for Sci-Fly. Pyromaniac. What Pyromaniac does, it gives you 5 bombs and it gives you explosion immunity. And whenever you get blown up, you get healed half a red heart. Good potential for breaking. Highly situational. I think fittingly it goes right next to Dr. Fetus. Let's see. Revelations. It's essentially Angel Brim. That's what it is. Angel Brim along with your regular tiers. Not as good as Brimstone. Shorter duration is what I mean. You know, it takes longer to charge up, and it lasts not as long. Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. It lasts the same time as a Brimstone, but it takes way longer to charge up. Top of S tier. Let's see, an R key. R key is very highly situational, because most of the time in Isaac, you're just going for whatever achievements you want. Does it still deserve a, I'm trying to debate. Deserve an S tier? It's not a free win. Well, it basically is a free win. I don't know. This is hard. Where does R key do? Where does R key deserve to go? Probably free win, because if you are in a pickle, you can go back to basement 1 and reset all your health and all that stuff. Arky is a free win, also good for getting achievements. Shout out Arky, I suppose. Sacred Heart, what Sacred Heart does, it gives you the 1.5 damage multiplier, very common theme in Isaac, as well as giving you homing tier. So it's essentially Godhead Polyphemus. So appropriately, it goes above Godhead Polyphemus at the very tippity top of S tier. Essentially, free win item. Does it mean it's a free win item? I think that means it's a free win item. All these free win items, by the way, are just equal. So they're all free wins if you get them. So there's no like ranking among these. These are in order by how good they are. These are not. Let's see, Sacred Orb. What Sacred Orb does is essentially the Tainted Lost passive, but better. Someone's going to correct me with that in the comment section, even though that's technically what it is. I know I'm going to get like 2 comments about that, but it's fine. Sacred Orb gives you the Tainted Lost passive, where you get a chance to reroll what would have been a lower quality item into a potentially quality 3 or quality 4 item. That's what it does. That's Sacred Orb for all you Isaac nerds. Is it S tier worthy? I don't know. Not really. I don't know. I would take a Crown of Light over a Sacred Orb. Yeah, this looks nice. I'm gonna flip those around as well. No, I still like Ipecac over. No, I'll take Crooked Head over Ipecac. Alright. Satanic Bible. What Satanic Bible does, it gives you a free black heart. And if you haven't fought your boss yet, it allows the boss item to turn into a devil deal. W wins, probably an easy S tier. Not completely a free win, because you can do some stupid things where you take too many devil deals and you die because you're at like 1 heart. Totally not speaking from personal experience, top of S tier. Sacred Bible. That's not what it's called. Spin down dice. Free win. Free win. We can agree free win. Yeah, just find a toothpicks. Just find all the other, like, 20 items that allow you to spin down into one of these god items. I'm going to say spin down is definitely a free win. For almost the same reason that Arky is a free win. If you get it, you can get out of... I don't know. Not for the same reason as Arky. How do I put this? Spin down allows you to get better use out of every single item in the game. Essentially what Abyss does, but if Abyss had a cool cousin that they weren't related. It's like, cool cousin 3 times removed, that's spin down dice. Let's see, we have Stopwatch. Stopwatch is the freest of win items. Slows everything down, not everything, slows all the enemies and their bullets and what have you by 0.5. So it's 0.5 speed for all the enemies while you stay at your base speed. It's absolutely crazy. Actually, you don't stay at your base speed. You get a 0.30 speed up, 0.3 speed up. Even better for you. Good job. If you lose with a stopwatch, everyone is going to make fun of you on YouTube. Tech X, let's see, what do we have with Tech X? I haven't had a Tech X run in a very long time, actually. Tech X gives you a little technology beam. You have to know Isaac, sorry. Gives you a little technology circle where if you shoot at it, it's essentially kind of like a brimstone, kind of like a mob's knife, where it'll phase through the enemies and it'll do damage based on the ticks that it is in the enemy. Sorry I can't explain that better. You've had to have tried it once before to really understand it. Top of S tier. Not completely a free win item, because I'm stupid and I've had some soy milk runs that have killed me. RIP. D6, what do we have with D6? Essentially D Infinity, technically worse, right below D Infinity. You know what D6 does? It just rerolls the item into the item pool that is inside of. Cool. Wafer allows every single damage you get to be half a heart. W plays for sacrifice rooms. W plays for being stupid at the game. Yeah, cool. Wafer, everyone knows what it does. This is, we have 2020 and we're cooler. What Twisted Pair does, it gives you these little two guys to have on your side. So now you'll have a triple shot, essentially, where one guy will shoot, you will shoot, and the guy on the right will shoot. Cool. We have 2020 cooler at home. Void, just Abyss. Kind of just, it's better than Abyss. Yeah, Abyss is it's just the worst quality 4 item. Well, I guess technically besides these. Let's see, where were we? Void. Void gives you technically a use out of every single item because you can either put it into the Void and use it as the active item, or just get it base some stat ups. Cool. Good stat ups. You can technically get technically get a use out of it, no matter what. Hence why it is a quality 4 item, but still not very cool. This is the end of the tier list. Technically, we'll do a little side note here with the shovel pieces that allow you to unlock the Forgotten. This one sucks. It makes you get hit by Mom's Foot. This one's cool because it gives you the Forgotten. Cool. That doesn't really matter, and I can't put them away. They're gonna live down here, I guess. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Please correct me down in the comment section below. Tell me what you hate. Tell me what you like. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.